defensive line show. They had great defense. They won on defense, special teams, offense, coaching. They won in every aspect of that game. Urban Meyer.
This little blue stripe right there, and I always like the relics with the nice blue, with the nice stripe down them.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be previewing the AFC and NFC championship games. Championship Sunday upon us. We're about to find out who's going to the Super Bowl, who's going to have a chance to bring a championship home to their respective franchises, which quarterback is going to show that they're the new face of the NFL for at least over the offseason. Will some of these quarterbacks defeat Father Time, or will Father Time finally get to them against these young quarterbacks? That's what's going on in both matchups pretty much. So there's a lot of questions that will be answered here on Championship Sunday. But the main question is, who's going to the Super Bowl? I'll give you my thoughts previewing this game and predicting this game as well, to find out who I believe is going to the Super Bowl. Let's start off on the NFC side of things. The first game of the day, it's going to be the New Orleans Saints hosting the Los Angeles Rams. New Orleans Saints, the home team. A very good season. Best record in the NFL. Finished 14-2 on the season. Their only two losses came on the first game and last game of the season at home. But still, I believe that the Superdome is the second toughest place to play in the NFL. It's such a hostile environment. Everybody there, Saints fans, are so hyped up for the game. They're so ready to go. They root their team on. They're the Saints 8-0 on the road, which is very impressive. I guess if you're the Saints, you'd rather be on the road. But you know, the Superdome, it's a tough place to play. They've had valued wins. They lost their first game of the season against the Buccaneers at home, and then they lost their last game of the season at home to the Panthers. But the Panthers, the Saints did against the Panthers. The Saints didn't have any of their starters. They didn't have Michael Thomas, Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram. They didn't have any of their starters, so I can see why they lost that game. But the Saints, at home, they're a tough team to beat. The Rams, led by Sean McVay. The Sean McVay era is upon us. Everybody trying to replicate what the young Rams head coach has done. Plus, you've got C.J. Anderson and Todd Gurley in the backfield. Let's talk about the personnel, the personnel that on the field that the Rams have. At running back, they have C.J. Anderson, who he is one of the stories in the NFL. Cut by 3 teams this year, including the Raiders and Cardinals, and now he's with the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC divisional round, rushing for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Plus, they have Todd Gurley. He rushed for over 100 yards and a touchdown in that NFC divisional round win over the Dallas Cowboys. So those two are some of the best running backs, if not the best running backs that are left in the NFL playoffs. So a two-headed monster running back, plus you have Jared Goff, a great young quarterback who has a couple of years to develop ahead of him, maybe even just 1 year, but he has a bright future ahead of him leading this team for the Los Angeles Rams. So Sean McVay has done a fantastic job with this Rams squad. He's gotten such a good team. They've got a defense who's led by Aqib Talib in the secondary. They've got Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh on the defensive line. So their front seven, good. They need a little bit of help at the linebacker position, but that is still pretty much established. Their secondary, very much established, led by Aqib Talib. So the Rams, everywhere on the field, they have a fantastic team. So getting into the prediction of this game, these two teams played earlier in the season. The Rams lost 40. The Rams visited the New Orleans Saints just like they were visiting them here. Rams came in with an undefeated record. New Orleans with only 1 loss. New Orleans ended up winning that game 45-35 by 10 points in a kind of an offensive shootout. I think the Rams have sour taste in their mouth. I want the Rams to win this game, but I really think that the Saints in the Superdome, it's too tough to play there when the Saints are at the level that they're at right now. They are playing at the Superdome. I think that it's too tough of a place to play. I predict the New Orleans Saints to win, but I want the Los Angeles Rams to win this game. But again, my prediction is the New Orleans Saints to go to the Super Bowl and face either the Chiefs or the Patriots. Going to Arrowhead, these two teams also face, so both championship games with teams who faced each other earlier in the regular season. On one side, you've got the exact matchup in the exact location The other side, you've got a different location, but the same matchup. Start with the home team, Chiefs. They won their first playoff game in 25 years since 1993. They are going to their first AFC championship game in 25 years since 1993. So the Chiefs are making it somewhere in terms of their playoff progression. Their season has been fantastic. Best record out of the AFC, 1 seed taking on the 2 seed. Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, 50 passing touchdowns this season. He is such a good young quarterback. He is going to be the new face of the NFL once Tom Brady and maybe Drew Brees leave. Patrick Mahomes is clearly going to become the new face of the NFL once these old quarterbacks leave, like Drew Brees and Tom Brady. Tom Brady, the one he's facing across the field. But they have a nice attack. They have Tyreek Hill at wide receiver leading that. They have Travis Kelce at tight end. They have Williams as their running back. Their defense, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's one of the best defenses. It gave up 51 points to Los Angeles Rams. It gave up 43 points to the New England Patriots when these two teams faced. So defense not as established as maybe Andy Reid would like it to be, but their offense is fantastic, soaring to all new levels of NFL offense and offensive expectations in the NFL. Now we go on to the Patriots, the other side of the football. Tom Brady withstood the test of time. He is a surefire Hall of Famer. But how much does he have left in the gas tank? This has been in terms of numbers, one of the worst seasons Tom Brady has had since his early years in the NFL. So Tom Brady, it's clear that the father time is starting to get to him, but it's not just yet getting to him. I think he'll play another year or two, but Tom Brady, I don't think he's as good as he used to be. I think he's just getting a little too old. I don't think he's too old just yet, but I think that it's getting to that part where he's just not going to be able to keep up with the speed of the NFL. But they have a nice running back, and Sony Michel played for Georgia last season, a rookie running back. He's very good. Josh Gordon suspended indefinitely, so they don't have a clear-cut leading wide receiver. They have Julian Edelman, they have Danny Amendola, they have Chris Hogan. So, of course, the Patriots, they have a dynamic offense. There's no doubt about that. But missing Josh Gordon now, for a couple of weeks now, after him being one of the leading wide receivers for the New England Patriots when he first stepped foot on the field for the New England Patriots. But the Patriots, a dynamic offense, no doubt about that. Their defense, I think we can say the same about the defense for the Patriots as we can say about the Chiefs. Not as established as maybe Bill Belichick would like it to be, but it's okay where it's at. It only gave up 17 points to the Steelers offense, but as Steelers were everywhere this year. But they have had some good defensive performances. They have had some poor defensive performances, just like they had giving up 40 points to the Kansas City Chiefs when these last two teams met. Now on to the prediction for this game. New England Patriots won 43-40 the last time these two teams met, but of course that was in Foxborough. Now we're going to Arrowhead, a completely different environment from the last game. Last game there was a little bit of warmth. This game, wind chills are going to be in the negatives, or wind chills are going to be 8 degrees. Like 8 degrees is the high for game time. But I believe the forecast has been changing, so you don't know what you're going to get, but it's definitely going to be cold there. Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes can play in the cold. Both quarterbacks have the same amount of talent. I personally want to go with the Chiefs just because, Patrick Mahomes is just quicker moving around. It depends on what you're going to want to go with. You want to go with a young quarterback who, he's a very good young quarterback, so much talent, so much possibility ahead of him, or do you want to go with the old quarterback, Tom Brady, who has all the experience and all the wisdom, but he doesn't move around so fast? He's still very good. Don't get me wrong about that, but he's not even close to what he was 2 or 3 years ago. I want to go with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I want the Chiefs to win. I think the Chiefs are going to win just because you're at Arrowhead. I think that it's going to flip. It's going to be a one-possession game that favors the Chiefs. Last time these two teams played, it was field goal heavy. I think this will be mixed with field goals and touchdowns and things like that. Red zone stops, red zone mess ups, or getting into the end zone in the red zone, but it's going to be filled with big plays and offensive explosions. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I want the Chiefs to win because, you know, as not a Patriots fan, I don't want to see the Patriots win. It's hard to bet against the Patriots, but I think I'm going to do it here. I predict that the Chiefs will win this game, and it'll be the Chiefs and Saints in the Super Bowl. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this. The next Michael Sports Hour podcast should be coming out this Tuesday. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And until next time, again, thank you so much for watching this video.